Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope is taking the series to the stars as Mario and the Rabbids team up to face cosmic horror that is threatening planets around the universe. The original Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle was a turn-based strategy game with levels that had straight lines from battle to battle, with some backtracking that involved puzzles. Sparks of Hope is taking a new approach, with a more real-time approach to combat and actual levels that players can explore, take on side quests, and find hidden secrets. The gameplay in Sparks of Hope is adding a lot of new elements that weren't present in the original game. The character roster now includes Bowser, Rabbid Rosalina, and Edge, who is a brand new Rabbid fighter that isn't connected to the Super Mario Bros. series. Players can now use items in battle, but these take up actions that can otherwise be used to attack. The Sparks are the biggest addition to the game, as these are rabified versions of the Luma from Super Mario Galaxy, and equipping them grants passive buffs, as well as special attacks that can be unleashed in battle. Sparks of Hope is launching on Nintendo Switch on October 20th, which means fans won't have long to wait to play the game. Screen Rant recently attended a hands-on preview event for Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope and had a chance to interview producer Xavier Manzanares about the game. He discussed the Rayman content in the upcoming Season Pass, the expectations following the Donkey Kong Adventure DLC, and the change to a more real-time approach from what was in the original game. Sparks of Hope definitely has a darker tone compared to the first game, especially with the enemies, even though it's still quite comedic. What prompted this change in direction? Sparks of Hope has introduced items as a mechanic alongside the sparks, letting players use things like super mushrooms to heal and POW blocks to perform AoE attacks. This gives characters a much greater variety of actions, and it's a big gameplay shift from the archetypes from the first game. What design problems did that present? Because just the ability to heal themselves is a big shift in what the characters do in the first game. So the team jump action now lets characters float for a bit instead of landing directly, which allows the player to guide the movement, but it doesn't tell you exactly where they land. Why was this change made? Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle had company op and PvP modes. Will they be appearing in Sparks of Hope? Was there any feedback that the team received from Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle from players that influenced any of the design choices in the sequel? Was any thought given to letting players reverse an action, similar to the later Fire Emblem games, where you can go back a turn, reverse a movement, in case of a mistake? What was it like working with Nintendo with such iconic characters? What kind of process was there for approving some of the, shall we say, un-Mario-like humor? I'm thinking of things from the first game, where Princess Peach punts the Snow Rabbid. Things like that. By the same token, how much freedom were you allowed when selecting elements of the Mario games to use in this game? For example, combining elements with Rabbids, for example, Rabbid Rosalina? How have the gameplay elements from the Donkey Kong Adventure DLC from the first game been integrated into the sequel, as this was a very well-received DLC? Will the honey status effect and similar effects like ink and freeze be returning in Sparks of Hope? They worked really well with the teamwork mechanics in the first game, where you could free your allies by jumping on them. Ubisoft recently announced that Sparks of Hope will receive crossover DLC with Rayman. Will this be a separate episode like the Donkey Kong Adventure DLC, or will it be somehow integrated into the main story? The Season Pass for Sparks of Hope has been announced on the official website. It has 3 episodes. What kind of forms will these DLC episodes take, and are there any more crossovers planned in the future? Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope will be released for Nintendo Switch on October 20, 2022.